what you're going to do, take a regular deck of blue cards, and then add some things to it. So first thing is, if you're going to use the deck, I would take away 5 to 6 cards. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of those now, make our deck a little bit slimmer because we're going to be adding some cards to it. I've already removed the 4 aces. Alright, you're also going to need 3 additional aces. Also, you're going to take out 3 random cards from this deck and gimmick them just slightly. Basically, all these 3 are set up, but you're going to take some double stick tape. This is double stick tape. And get off a little bit, grab a card, and place it on the back. And you're done. That's all you need to do. You can see in the light there it catches that one. Then another thing that I would do is just, if you have a mat or some carpeting, just rub it a little bit on the mat. This makes it slightly less sticky because you don't need it super sticky for the trick to work. If you have a little less sticky, it might help you for some of the handling. Anyway, so then what you're going to do is take down 2 cards from your deck. Pardon me. We're going to put one of our sticky gimmicked cards, and this is just random cards. I usually use number cards for these, though. I have mostly number cards throughout these. Anyway, we're going to put down the sticky card, 2 random cards on top of that, sticky card, 2 random cards on top of that, and the sticky card, and then the 3 aces on top of that. Last of all, the entire deck goes on top of the 4 aces, but they're going to go face up. So this is the setup. If you need to see that, just rewind it, watch that one more time. So, now we're set up here. Sticky card, 2 random cards, sticky card, 2 random cards, sticky card, 2 random cards, sticky card, so on. 3 aces on top, and those. Now, right here, I'm just going to give a little dribble. Make sure those things aren't too connected. And since I've broken mine a little bit, it'll be a little bit easier, but I'll show you how to count those, a way that I find is easy to count those. Now what you're going to need to do is do a production. I'm going to be honest, I don't like doing. I never perform it. I'm just not very good at it. Alright, it looks like this. No, it doesn't. That's why. Basically, this is how it works. You're going to split the deck into 2, but as you do, you're going to grab 1 card off the bottom, like this. Alright, if you put your thumb a little lower than mine, it can help too. If you put your front fingers lower, you'll just need to figure out where it's best for your fingers, but you want to have that card broken off. You're going to go back and forth, and then you're going to shoot out the card, and it is going to do this in slow motion. It's going to go out, and then you're going to pinch it between the decks. So when it happens, looks like that. And then you're going to set that one down. Then you're going to bring your decks together, and you want to try to get the next one thumbed up as you slowly move from one card to the next card. And so as I slowly move, here it's squared up, and I slowly move and I thumb down another one. Go back and forth a few times, throw that out, and pinch it. And then I slowly move to the next one, thumb down with the card, go back and forth a few times, and then eventually throw it. Like so. Alright? Then I usually reconnect the deck. You don't have to, and square it up. We have our 3 aces here, and then the last ace, I'm just going to move these out of the way. You're going to cut the deck, thumb down the ace, and you're just going to do the same thing with one hand. You're going to spin, and what that's going to do is spin the card out like this, and then you're going to clip it like so. And it looks really great, especially when Copperfield does it. So, goes out like that. Now when you start out, you're going to have things like that. You're going to have things that go out all sorts of crazy ways. You're going to spin it too far, all sorts of stuff. This is going to be something you're just going to need to practice. And I haven't put in a ton of time into this move, so that's why mine's a little sloppier. Anyway, so let's go to where we have the aces down here. We've just produced all of them. And right now, I'm just going to say, if you're a beginner, take the 4 aces, and let's do a really easy production. You thumb down 1, you cut the deck, you go like this, and you drop off that ace, and you just turn over the deck like this. Now what it looks like is this. Ace. Boom. You set it down. You do some false cuts if you want. Whatever. do whatever. Boom. Ace 2. And all you're doing is thumbing down and dropping that ace off, and then as you turn over the deck, squaring it up. And that square up is hidden underneath the deck. Square up. Boom. And then and that even sets you up well for the rest of the trick. But let's just say we're doing it David Copperfield's way for now. So we produced the 3. We're going to put those down here. We produced the last one, and boom, it's out. Then we square this card up and pick up the whole deck. But why did we do that? Wouldn't we just leave the ace there? That's why we give ourselves a little magical motivation by putting the ace on the deck, wiping off the invisible fuzz, and then putting it down. But when you put it down, we're going to need to pick up all 4 cards at once. This is not easy. I struggled with this in my performance. 3. There we go. If you did it right, you can put your finger there and feel the sticky though. Which, you know, if you're in performance and you feel and you realize this card's smooth and is sticking to the card beneath it, then maybe I need to put it back, get my invisible lint again, just do something, because it's going to ruin the trick. If I have 4 cards down, yeah, it's just not going to work. You need to have the exact 3. So pick up all 3, and I usually just, and for cards of this number, you just pull up like so, and then keep your pinky down to square them up and set it down. Let's say that technically Copperfield was really only performing this for the camera. One thing that I did is to prepare my ace of spades, I put it in the deck, and I shuffled and mixed the deck for a while, keeping it the opposite direction. What that does is because of the natural bend of the cards, that'll help get the ace of spades ready to go against the other cards the opposite direction. So without making any crazy bends, it just sort of naturally fits better now for those aces. Okay, so we have those 3 aces prepped. We set it down here, and we immediately go to these cards here. Alright. What you need to do is count off 3 cards. The problem is this card tends to stick to the sticky one. So right here, this is a double. And you can see it just sticking with the tape. So what I do now is you can just do this. 1, 2, 3. Square them up. Dribble that one down. And then spread them out. And you sort of have some motivation for squaring them up because you just want to spread them really nicely. 1, 2, 3. This one here is a double. But I just square them up. Drop that bun, pull off the sticky tape, spread it out. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do it, but I just square it up quickly and put it down just for consistency's sake. Set the deck up here at the top of your mat because you're going to want to spread it for your big finish. So now you're going to pick up these 3 cards. You could show what they are when you put them down, but just take those 3 cards. Take your ace. This is the first ace. It's really simple. You put it on top, and then you can send it through your magical fist if you want. That's what I did. Or you can just snap and turn it over. Basically, some point you need to have the deck square and press here, and that will just solidify the fact that this is going to work as a double, because this is the one with the tape on it there. Okay? At some point. So let's say we'll do the snap. When I turn it over, I squeeze and spread the 3 cards. If I were doing this in a performance, the other thing I would do is I might mix these around, but I would always make the double be on the bottom. Just in case people look at it from the side, these 2 cards will help to cover that up. First one's gone though, that's the easy one. The second one, Copperfield does a different vanish for this. I went ahead and just did a classic tenta vanish. So put the ace here, pretend to palm it like this, but actually instead you palm it like not actually even palming it. And that just simply works by dropping the ace onto the deck. When you go to palm it like this, instead you just drop the card, and then boom, it's gone. Mine wasn't very good in my performance, but something like that. You can also do this like so, where you palm it off onto the card. Anyway, I just thought that the tent vanish mixed up the routine pretty well. That was a nice change. You could do other ones, like you could turn the ace over, slide it off, and show the other two. You could do anything. Just get creative. Do some different things. We're doing Copperfield's trick, but we might as well put our own spin on it. So for now, we'll do the tent vanish. Disappears, turns him over. We press just a little bit to make this double stick. Looks like it's working. Boom, boom. Make sure to show both sides of all these cards too, because that way if you have a skeptic in the audience who thinks you're using a double-sided card, you're proving that's not true. Alright, great. Next one. For this one, what I do is pull out the ace and send it underneath to pick up the cards is what I'd like to do. And then that way you don't show any of these cards, because I don't like to show the order for this one, because we're going to be pulling the 10 to do the change. Here's what the change looks like roughly. Okay, but what we're doing is moving this 10 to the top. This is what it looks like from the exposed view. You're going to thumb down or pinky count down the last card, whatever. You're going to lift this with this hand and pinch underneath like you're doing the Herman pass. This is basically doing the Herman pass with one card. One thing is you could do this with all 3 cards. You could do this with 2 cards. It really doesn't matter. This move works for all of them. It's probably slightly easier to do with 1 though. So we pinch, pull that down, get it alongside, and once we're in this position, we make our hand go flat, just hiding the card with our hand. If you're doing it for more than 1 person or a camera, you probably don't want to do this. And then all you're going to do is under the cover of your hand, you're going to put this card down. When you do it, it kind of looks like that, you know, when it's actually happening. So you pick up, you move the card into position right there. So, and from the not so exposed view, it'll look something like this. And let's just say I really love this vanish. And then it's gone. You press down here, you can do a little spin like this, and behold, the card has disappeared. Make sure to show your hands both sides before your big reveal that those 3 same, quotes, aces now appear underneath the ace of spades, and then finish off with a spread.